Legion is one of the most fun and most profitable strategies in the game. But how much can you expect from a Legion if you just boil it down to just Scarab and Go strategy? Well, that question I'm going to answer today. Hey, I'm Cyclon. And before we're going to get into this, two very quick things. First, as per usual with my runs that I have made with spreadsheet in mind, you can go to the description, go to the spreadsheet, and you will find a tab for this where you can find the passive tree, where you can find the scarab I've been using, in this case the lack of master mission and sextants, and you can see a detailed overview of my runs, of my maps, what I've gotten in them, and how the profit is built up. Alright, the other thing, this is going to be the start of a new series, where I'm going to take a league mechanic, in this case I'm going to start with Legion, and we're going to uh, scale it up from low investment all the way to high investment. So as your build gets stronger, you can choose the right strategy for the build, for the power level of the build, to run and get the most amount of profit that you can achieve with the build. Alright, that out of the way, let's take a look at this. We're taking a look at just Legion. To get the most out of it on a minimal level, we're going to skip Rusted Scarabs and going to go for Polished because they guarantee additional Warhorde. And the Warhorde with the current Atlas tree is giving us 2 rewards, and it's going to very quickly, very profitably stack up. So the passive tree is going to look something like this, at least as a base level. We travel upwards, we take the map sustain, we take singular focus so we can sustain our map, in this case Dunes. We're going to block everything except Legion, Delirium, and Heist Locker. Not Heist Locker, the Heist Stash that includes just a few rogue markers and a random contract. We're going to take all the Legion nodes on the right side as well as the one on the middle. And then we're going to take the roof of the Atlas so we get the increased effectiveness. And then the right side we're going to take, at the left side, we're going to take the Searing Exarch. This is under the assumption that it's a low investment strategy for a low investment build that can run Legion, but it doesn't have that much damage yet, and it doesn't have that much as a player. You don't have that much currency in reserve yet, so Seeing Exarch is going to be more profitable than Eat of Worlds. This is going to give a lot of sextants, a lot of low value divination cards, and a lot of chaos, just raw chaos over the altars. So I think it's a better choice of the two influences to take for the strategy. The way we're going to roll the maps are we just going to chisel, alch, and then if you can wall the map. If you can wall it, just roll it for 80 plus quantity. But keep in mind that you don't want to keep re-rolling, keep scoring, alching the maps. Just alch them to anything decent and run them. And again, if you can wall them, even better. And in the map, we're just going to seek out the legions, run them, and then we're going to end the map with the boss and go out and run the next map. This should take us about 3 minutes, and it should cost us about 10 chaos per map by just taking, let's say, 4C for the map, 1C for rolling material, be it the chisel, the arc, and the wall orb, and then about 5 chaos for a polished Legion Scarab. Now, of course, if you go in bigger bulks, they're going to cost a bit more, but I think you can still achieve about 5 chaos cost for the Scarab if you're looking at bulk stacks of 5 to 10. And with that, you're good to go to run, spending 500 chaos for 50 maps, being 10C per map, and a result of absolutely insane returns. The maps takes about 3 minutes as mentioned, at least it did for me. Maybe based on your build it's going to be a bit quicker, a bit slower. Also it does vary based if you have 1 legion in map or 2 legions. In my experience with the tree I've shown, you get about 2 legions in 90% of the maps, and it's going to result in about 12 5-way sets. Now, of course, this result may vary based on the amount of emblems you're going to get from Marrakesh and from Templar. In my case, I got 12, but maybe you're going to get 13 sets, maybe you're going to get 11 sets, but those are either way, this unrelated to how many you have, they're going to sell very quickly. Current rate is 3 sets for 1 Divine on TFT, which I think is a very good result. And with 12 sets, that's 4 divines just from the sets. And then there are also the random divines you get, the random chaos you're going to get, the random stack decks, which sell in, I think it's 125 for a divine. And then you're going to get some cool uniques, you're going to get some cool divination cards, you're going to get all the alterations. Just a very powerful strategy, very quickly, averaging about 3 divines an hour for just a scarab and a map. That is insane. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In the next video, we're going to take a look at Legion as a medium investment strategy, and we're going to compare it with another strategy I'm not going to mention yet. You will have to wait for the next video to see what I'm going to see is as good as Legion or maybe even better. Alright, that being said, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.